Maruti Suzuki presents ESPNcricinfo Gloves Off with me, Jason Dacey. On my right, former England off-spinner Graham Swan. And on my left, former India batsman Sanjay Manjrekar. And as an Australian, this week's topic has my attention. Have English players been under-delivering in the Indian T20 League? To get things underway, let's go to First Blood. Sanjay Manjrekar has 30 seconds with First Blood to make his point.
Yes, if you look at the England team when it comes to India, comes with a lot of reputation. There's a bit of hype always around English cricket, and they come to India and they struggle on Indian pitches. Same, I guess, is the case with a lot of English players that play in the Indian Premier League. When you talk of English players now at this stage, you're thinking Jos Buttler. The problem is you're thinking only Jos Buttler. What about the rest? So yes, he is an exception to the rule that there had been a bit of a damp squid.
Some good points made. Your 30 seconds now, Graham.
Some very good points made. I would argue that aside from Jos Buttler, who's probably the standout player in the tournament for me, there's also been some very good performances from Alex Hales, 2 45s in his first 2 games. Jason Roy, magnificent 91 and out to help. His team chased down nearly 200. There's been some very good performances from England. Moeen Ali very recently, only 3 games, trusted only 3 times to bowl, economy rate of just over 6. England, the players are going fine. They're doing well. They're doing well.
So we've heard the First Blood. Now it's time to trade some blows.
Yeah, I mean, he mentioned about Alex Hales and Jason Roy. Jason Roy, yes, as long as the seamers are bowling, the fast bowlers are bowling, is fine. The moment the spinners come in, the Indianness of the Indian Premier League comes in, these guys struggle. Alex Hales, couple of 40s, but what about Indian top order batsmen when you compare Alex Hales as an opening batsman with a young Rishabh Pant who has not even played enough matches for India? Big difference. Overseas foreign players are expected to be exceptional players. Haven't been so.
That's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I may have used up all my good facts in the opening gambit, to be honest. I will concede that the English players haven't performed as well as say, Sanjay would expect them to, because you think English players will come over, they're huge names. These aren't actually huge names in English cricket. Jason Roy has got some great scores.
Ben Stokes,
Alex has. Ben Stokes is the one for me who, with the bat, has.
That's going to be my main weapon.
Yeah, Ben Stokes. I will grant you, he has underperformed this year. With the ball, however, bowling at the death, I think he's been exceptional. But I'll go back to good old Jos Buttler. How can you say English players on the whole are underperforming when Jos Buttler is flying the flag for us?
He's carrying everyone else. Right?
He's just caught up with the great Virendra Sehwag's record.
See, when you talk about West Indian players or South African players, you can think about 3 or 4 names that suddenly come up. West Indies, Sunil Narine, you think of Andre Russell, Chris Gayle and those guys. When you think of an English player in this Indian Premier League, in the past as well, you struggle to remember any. And this IPL, you're only thinking of Jos Buttler. So there itself, going forward as well, you'll see owners, when an English name comes up in the auction, they'll say, maybe not. South African, Australians, West Indies, yes.
Ooh, that's not very nice.
Well, true, but you've got to remember that England players haven't really had the opportunity to play in the IPL up until now. All these other teams have had years and years to get used to it. The English players are still wide-eyed.
They're coming in. The game?
They're not underperforming. They're doing better than can be expected.
It's not so much about wide-eyed. You've got a Mark Wood who plays 1 game and then he has to return to England to prepare for an international series coming up. I think all the other countries are really committed to the IPL. England, I think their priorities lie elsewhere. So they've not quite given, their best in the Indian Premier League. They want to come and play here, but I don't think they are committed enough, as much as the other foreign
Not committed? You're going to take that?
Well, no, Sanjay just brought up a great point. You can mention 4 names. I'll go for Roy, Hales, Stokes, Buttler. We're doing okay. We're doing well. We're doing well. Come on, England, help me out.
All right. Well, I think Sanjay might be ahead after trading those blows, but he has one last chance. Knockout take, it's next.
I'm due to go to England very shortly, so I'm a little scared when I say these things because I was only firing salvos on English players with regards to their performance. Now I'm going to go deeper into their weaknesses and also address a temperamental weakness that they have when they're playing in the Indian Premier League. Under pressure, you seem to get the feeling that English players who have the ability, the skills, tend to crack under pressure a little bit. So my final sort of salvo.
Cracking under pressure. Okay, this is the final session on the last day of this test match. You've got an over now to try and turn things around.
Yeah, I feel like David Hay. I'm on the ropes. I'm very wobbly on my legs. But what I will say, I'm just going to go back to Jos Buttler. It's my only one. He scored so many. But on a serious point, Butler and Stokes are the guys who played a lot of cricket for England, who've done very well. The other guys we mentioned, like Moeen Ali, David Willey, people like this, they've not played a great deal of cricket for England. So I don't think you can argue they're underperforming. Maybe they were paid too much money to come over here. Maybe the expectation was too great. In 2 or 3 years' time, trust me, these guys will be doing well. Maybe at the minute, I'm just going to hand the gloves over to Sanjay Winston.
But I love the final. Maybe the expectation was a little more, which is something I can live with.
Okay, well look, if you think you can take on our experts, post your comments on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Record a video with your arguments and post it on our Facebook comments section. The best entries to feature on future episodes and our social channels as well. And of course, selected winners stand a chance to argue with our experts live. And if you're arguing against the English players in T20, it's going to be a tough argument, isn't it?
A little bit, but I think I held my own.
All right, many thanks to Graham Swan. Thank you to
Thank you
Sanjay Mandrake. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time.